Okay, so generally, setup-wise looking good. Okay, we talk about that sort of lead shoulder, lead arm to be in line with the club, which on this right-hand one, and to be on the left-hand one, you're not too far away from. Okay, so a lot of positives there with the setup, and like I said, try and build it up through the setup there. So don't try and just go wrong and then adjust, set up correctly as you do it. Okay, the feeling for you now, as you can see when you're making this move here now, is to try and get your lead hip to almost kind of rotate and almost feel to you like it's going out this way, your lead hip. Okay, so this hip's going this way, and then that hip's going to go back behind you, sort of sensation. Okay, so you can see on that one there, head's down behind the golf ball, and then always exaggerating this during the sort of practice moves. Okay, if we look at your top of your backswing where you were here now, this was like before this left hand one, there's kind of your backswing there, quite a bit of tilt, frame, there we go. Quite a bit of tilt there with your spine angle. I mean, maybe a bit more, not too fair, but you can see your lead knees kicked in a lot. There's a lot of tilt there with the shoulders there in terms of your spine angle. Okay, yeah. And trying to get your left hip now to get over this left foot. I mean, it's got so far to travel in a split second. It's going to be really, really tough. So when you came back to the golf ball, as you swing back through this left shoulder, now impact sort of popping up out of the way. If you release that club and that left was pulled up too high, just a pull left. If you don't release the club and you hold on to it, it's a floaty, cutty one off the right there. Okay, so sensation we got to try and sort of implement now as you go back. That's a little bit less tilted with the backswing, the yellow line there compared to that red line. As you come back to the golf ball now, your impact now, that left shoulder now is more on that lead line. So from this left shoulder, left elbow, left hand through the club, if we extend that down through there now, it's all in a nice little decent line there. And your lead hip, as we can see, clear that, all kind of working towards that left side, whereas this one now, for me, is leaning back a little bit too much, yeah? But you can't get to that left side if your backswing position puts you, I mean, you've got so much space between that left arc, that red line. No real feasible way you're going to get into that. I mean, just look at that there. That doesn't seem that's able to get to that position on the right-hand side there. And that's the problem. So you can't get back into it. So you're forcing yourself to adapt to it in some ways. Now, again, as I said to you, good golfer, hit enough golf balls in a row, you'll figure out a feeling for that day. And it'll be very unique for that specific day. And then the next day will be different. And the day after that will be different again. And it'll be different again. And then when you go and play golf, it'll take you on a range 30 balls to find out straight. And the last 20 balls are brilliant. On a golf course, 30 shots you're after on a golf course, aren't you? If not finishing nearly, to be fair, because if you think a game of golf where you're shooting sort of like between 75 and 85 or whatever, we'll say 35 of them are putts. So now you've got 45 shots, 8 or 9 are chips. Now you've got 31 shots, 32 shots, that's your full round gone. So it takes you 25 shots, 30 shots to figure out where straight is on the 18th tee. So exactly, yeah. And then obviously in through the target there, nice and balanced on that left hand side. So it's about just getting that body to move in such a way that we can actually move to that left side. You want to feel that when you're swinging that golf club back, the knee's not kicking in so much, so that knee sort of staying a bit more stable, that lead knee. So rather than it coming in this way, it's kind of a bit more that way movement. So the leg and the knee are kind of going more as a diagonal rather than laterally across. And I would just actually practice that at home. Again, there's a clip I've got on my phone. I'll try and send through to you and stuff. You can have a look at the guys. This guy's showing an elite college player in America how he's trying to sort of manipulate his hips and how his hips are going to work up against the wall. So you can just at home, just obviously in the winter now we're not doing as much golf on the course, so we can practice that. And again, as I said to you before, from a health perspective there, Matt, just giving you longevity. You put your spine under that much tension when you're double your age now, you're going to be in a lot of pain, mate. Okay, and that thing, it's something that's sort of only really in this sort of lesson today, and sort of has crept back in it more. You've always had a little bit of that tilt, but I think so it's an easy way to go back into that, and that's kind of in your characteristics. Okay, if we can kind of move away from that and get it to sort of somewhere eventually. I mean, my goal is we get your kind of spine angle more in that line. That's where you want to try and get your spine top of the back. You look at all the tall players, their head's behind the ball and their spine's just slightly tilted behind as you swing back. Okay, mate?
Yeah, cool.
Good stuff.